This video is brought to you by Technically Not a Technician. The May 2022 update and what we've learned. Over the past 4 months, we've been developing a digital-based, passive income utilizing single-board computers or SBCs, second-hand hardware, computer resource sharing apps, and the internet. Well, what have we learned in those short 4 months about building a digital-based, passive income? It turns out a ton of things. The first thing we've learned is antivirus software does not like any of our passive income apps, as hackers have used them in inappropriate ways. To combat this, we'll need to add exclusions to our antivirus, letting it know we installed the software and we will be benefiting from its work. If we don't add the exclusions, the antivirus will shut each of the programs down. We now know that not all of these apps run well unmanaged, and some of them need to be restarted in order to run effectively. Not only have we learned that some of these apps need to be restarted daily, a few of these apps need the entire computer restarted in order to function efficiently. To automate the management of these programs, we've built a batch file that has the ability to start each time Windows is booted up, and once the batch file is running it will restart its corresponding app, once each day counting down from 24 hours. You can find a video on how to build your own batch file in the description and in the above link. We will also be implementing a scheduled computer restart once a week to see if that helps motivate our resource sharing apps to be more fruitful. At this point, I'm going by trial and error. With that being said, the following apps seem to work fine without being managed, and I almost never need to interact with the apps for them to function as designed. IP Royal is the oldest of the PC resource sharing apps I know of based around bandwidth sharing. IP Royal seems to have their system down, and the apps need very little babysitting. Peer-to-Profit is a great earning app that runs like a dream and needs almost no babysitting. Both of these apps seem to run great on a Windows build once the program is started. I say this because I've had to manually add them to my startup to get them running each time Windows boots. Once these two are running on Windows, they are unstoppable. They both also run well on Linux and Android. However, on Android I've seen that every few days I do need to verify that the apps are running and my battery optimization settings are set to let the apps run in the background. Other than that, IP Royal and Peer-to-Profit are the most passive of all the resource sharing apps I've taken advantage of. The next apps to hit the passive income mark are Honeygain and EarnApp. These two also run well on Windows computers. I also want to point out that Honeygain has made some changes recently. When I first started this project, Honeygain let you put 2 devices on each IP address, and would let us use 10 different IP addresses. If I understand Honeygain's new model, you are now only allowed 5 devices, and only 1 per IP address. Needless to say, the small amount of babysitting is not a big deal. Both apps do need to be restarted with a batch file. If you wish to try them out on a Windows build, then I would recommend checking out the batch file video. Again, there is a link to that video in my description. EarnApp also works very well on every Linux build that I've tried. Even the single-board computer versions of Linux for Raspberry Pi or an Odroid with a Linux OS. Both Honeygain and EarnApp seem to have issues on an Android OS. EarnApp almost never works, and Honeygain must have the battery optimization setting adjusted often. The two resource-sharing apps that need the most babysitting are Trustpilot and Income by Spider. Please don't get me wrong, both are solid earning apps. Trustpilot is the newest and Income Spider is the newest to me. I've used Trustpilot on both Windows and Android, and I can say the app does run well. However, Trustpilot runs best when managed by our automated batch file on Windows. I've also seen that with the Android app I'm readjusting the battery optimization often. Income by Spider, like I said, it's the newest resource-sharing app I've used. It works very well. However, I've made some errors when trying to automate the management of this app. I believe you can say, I overmanaged this one. Income by Spider seemed to run better after being restarted, and this is why I originally made the automated batch file that would restart its corresponding app, and the batch file worked well on some of the other resource-sharing apps. After I added our automated batch file to help automate Income by Spider, we found this app will function and earn better off of a single weekly computer reboot versus using the daily batch file. We will be keeping the automated batch file to restart EarnApp, Honeygain, and Trustpilot as they seem to benefit from that management. However, we will discontinue the practice with IP Royal, Peer 2 Profit, and Income by Spider, as they all seem to do better with a weekly reboot of the computer. I also want to take a second and speak about another resource-sharing app called LoadTeam that I've been using to pay me to watch TV. LoadTeam pays you for your unused CPU power. I have a small Plex media server on my network and a home theater personal computer. I run LoadTeam in the background of both units, and literally, each time I watch TV my home theater computer pays me, and because my server is always running, LoadTeam runs on it, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With this system in place, each time I watch TV my computers use LoadTeam to help me make some extra beer money. LoadTeam is not the most profitable app, as all my hardware is old. Please keep in mind that the more powerful the CPU core being used, the more you will make off of it. I also use this program as a way to stress test CPU cores, test out how well a CPU cooler will work under loads, or even simply test out an overclock that I'm working on. Don't get me wrong, there are tons of apps built to help test your CPU load, and some of them have a host of great tools. However, none of them pay me to use them. At the time of making this video, I'm using 7 different apps, all at the same time. This helps the overall passive income flow, because when one app's having a bad day, the other apps will help pick up the slack and keep my earnings on track. As of today, I have $254.42, with the following earnings from these apps. LoadTeam, the only CPU resource sharing app to make our list, with a total of $5.33. IP Royal, the oldest bandwidth sharing app I know of, with $10.18. Trustpilot is currently at $6. Trustpilot is still too early to tell, as I really just started using it. Income by Spider is at a total of $8.94. Income is also too early to tell, as I've used it less than Trap Monetizer. Honeygain, a great earning app at $53.31. Making Honeygain one of my highest earning apps. Peer-to profit with some very nice earnings of $33.35. And my highest earning app, EarnApp, with a total of $136.42. If you'd like to take advantage of any of these great apps, please feel free to use the referral links in my description. Not only does it help me grow and deliver you more content, but many of the referral programs come with a sign-on bonus that pays you for joining the team. As of writing this, the sign-on bonuses have changed, so I don't wish to state what each sign-on bonus pays, but I will say that some of those bonuses have been as high as $5. I have yet to do a payout, as some of these programs have a cash-out fee, and I wish to minimize my overhead. Please stay tuned to future videos, as I'll have a cash-out video when ready. The cash-out video should be fun.
Thank you for watching our update on this passive income project. Please be sure to check out my other videos regarding how I mine money each day passively, and remember to like and subscribe. It will help this channel grow and help me bring you more content.